Alrighty guys, so now it is the moment that most or all or everyone has been waiting for. The heads are the heads are prepped. I'm gonna move this motor over a little bit. We're gonna do the, oh Jesus Christ, this thing's fucking heavy. I don't even know if this stand can fucking hold this shit. Alright, so we vacuumed out all the, I brake cleaned air, compressed air, and vacuumed out all the threads because I don't have a tap that's that size. That's what the ARP book said to do, if that's the case. So now we're going to install all the studs into the block in preparation. Now, it says after you clean them out, I have the ARP sheet right here. Every ARP is an amazing company, and every ARP bolt kit you order comes with a direction sheet for, you know, for that kit. And I want to say, like, huge shout out to Merchant, because I thought I just got some valve cover gaskets and some sealant and stuff. No, they included an entire, in their gasket kit, I have banjo bolts, I have, look, I even have the copper washers for the injectors. I bought 2 sets of those. Now, oh, look at this. They even included the, holy crap, this is the intake Y-bridge gasket. Holy crap, guys. I honestly have not opened this until now. I am beyond pumped right now that this motor will probably go together like today or tomorrow, now that I don't have to search for every little gasket and everything. So on that note, I'm going to get to putting all the studs in the block, and we're just going to go, guys. I'm so pumped now. Whew! Alright guys, so I actually put all the studs in on the driver's side when I said I was doing the passenger side, I believe. But either way, we got them all threaded in. Now these are only threaded in hand tight. So you put them in and tighten them hand tight, that's it. No more, no less, no nothing, just tighten them in. I did use like a little T-handle to thread them down just so it goes faster. But as soon as they hit bottom, I backed them off and did them by hand. So they're all on. So now we're going to take the head gasket out, which would be the left hand side, and I'm pretty sure the one top's the right. Yeah, that's the right. So this is the left. You can tell there's a little indication here. Oops. There's the left for the left hand side. So this should go like this. You should be able to read it. It makes sense, see? Left. So it all makes sense, it all lines up, everything's good. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully this motor will last like a year. Like, I'm getting more amped as the day goes on, like changing my mind whether it's gonna blow up or not. So we're gonna get the gasket set on, and then we'll get the head set on so at least no more crap gets down in there and it stays clean. And then I'll go over the torques, everything. I'm gonna get both sides done though right now, so shoot. So we'll do that now, and we're making some progress here today, boys and girls. Give the head one last spray down. Make sure it's clean. Alright guys, we have not torqued this head on. We just set it on and put the 4 top bolts in just so it'd hold it. And we have every stud in this side. Now, obviously I said I used a little Allen head before to tighten these in. So the Allen key parts need to face up. There's a flat side and a top side. Now, I'm worried about this engine stand breaking. I looked up the weight of a Duramax. It's 835 pounds. It's a 1,000-pound engine stand, so I don't think I'll be putting the second turbo or maybe even the first turbo on. I might just put the heads on, get the Y-bridge on, the CP3 in, and then just move it over to the truck and set it in the truck. Now, I did forget that I broke every motor mount bolt off, so I need to drill these out and get them out before we can drop the motor in, which shouldn't be too bad. They're pretty accessible. So I need to do it on both sides though, which I can even grab them from the bottom if you can see there. But once we get that taken care of, the motor will be brought over, and basically I think we're almost good to I gotta tighten up, button up a few more things on the motor, but we should be moving right along here and get this other head on, and then we'll start torquing them, and I'll go over all that right now. Alrighty guys, so now that the head is on fully, we're gonna clean out one more time around where the stud goes. But what ARP says to do, which these all look pretty clean, they should be fine. I'll take a Q-tip and clean them all out. But you're gonna want to lubricate the threads, both sides of the washer, and the face of the nut. So once I get all these prepped, we'll go over how to properly install the nuts onto the motor. So now that I cleaned out all the surfaces, I'm going to take some assembly lube and put a little bit on each thread for all the studs. So now the threads have some ARP assembly lube on it. Now we're going to take some more and coat both sides of the washer. Like such. So kind of put enough on there. I don't think it's really going to hurt nothing. So that's how I did it last time. It was fine. So we'll do that to every washer. And then we'll go over the bolts or nuts. So lastly, we'll be covering the nuts that are going on the studs. And for these, very simple. Take a little assembly lube. I'm making a mess here. And it's going to go on the bottom face of the nut. This is the final thing you have to do before you get all the nuts and bolts and ready to torque. Alrighty guys, we have all the head studs in, and like I said, ARP comes with this awesome sheet that basically tells you everything, and here's the torque sequence so you can see that. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You kind of go in a circle pattern out. I called ARP because sometimes when you torque stuff, you want to torque them, loosen them, and redo them. I actually called ARP for these, and they said torque them once. However, the page says so. It says 3 equal steps to the following specifications. So for the big bolts, it is 125 foot-pounds. So we're gonna do 40, 80. 125. So obviously the last ones are a little bit more, but basically you're gonna follow the torque sequence and go in order and torque them all to 40, and then go back, do 80, and then go back and do 125. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna get all both heads torqued on, and then we'll go over putting the valve train in. So I am on the last step, which is gonna be 125 foot-pounds, and let me tell you what. This is freaking hard. Get a little action shot here of how difficult this is to do, because it's a pain in the ass. Like I said, you only have to do it once per side, so 80 was a lot, so I can only imagine how this is going to be. Doesn't help I really don't have any room, but I'll move this over. Make sure when you're doing stuff like this, you have like a quality torque wrench, like Snap-on. Don't buy a Harbor Freight cheapie for this, because you only hate yourself in the long run. So although I'm not going to re-torque these, when I'm done with the last one, I'm going to go over the torque pattern again, just to make sure the center ones didn't loosen up or anything. So we're on number 9, and then I'm going to go through them all again once I'm done with 18. Breaking a sweat doing this. So one thing I will say I like about California weather is that It's a week before Christmas and it's probably 75 degrees outside. So it's making this very easy to do. So like I said, I'm gonna go over one more time, not gonna loosen them. Start at 1, go through them all again, just to make sure they are all honestly torqued at 125. So we're gonna do this side. It's done. We have to do the M8 bolt still, which is 3 steps to 25 foot-pounds. But you just start, do left, right, and those aren't like, they're important, but they're not as important as the 18 that matter. So they don't really have a sequence for those, it just says M8, so we'll just torque those after, because these are the more important ones, obviously. So we're gonna do that, keep moving with this, guys. We'll be done here soon. So maybe motor in tomorrow if we can get those bolts drilled out. Alright guys, so per usual, running out of time as always on the channel, but both heads are completely and fully torqued on. Okay, I started the valve train on this side, so cleaned all the push rods, put them back in the appropriate spot. Clean engine oil on the bottom of them, put the bridges back on. Now you can see the little point faces away from the injector for all of them. Should at least, unless I messed up. And then basically after that, we need to clean and put on the rocker arms, I guess, or I don't know what they call it. It's like a rocker bridge thing, bobber. Hold on here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. There's words here. Anyways, so that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna get that on, torque it. We'll go over that, and probably get this side done for tonight because I have to go to work. So that means tomorrow is the other side, then valve covers, the Y bridge, then in the truck. So, guys, we're looking pretty good. I'm not gonna try and jinx anything, but we're looking decent right now. Obviously, I didn't clean up as much stuff as I wanted to. Like we said, we don't know if this motor's gonna last a day or a month or a year. So I didn't get too carried away, but everything is torqued and ready to go. So we should be moving right along now. So I'm pretty excited, guys. We'll get that the rocker shaft arm bridge bob on, and then go from there. Okay, so we got everything set on here, and guys, this is going to be the last side we're going to do. We're going to take care of that one tomorrow, but you got all the rocker bridges on. You want to make sure all these are, you know, where they're supposed to be, all set good. Now the torque sequence for this is there's 5 bolts, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're 30 pounds, and you're going to step them in things of 3 evenly. So we're going to do 10 in that sequence, then 20, and then 30 foot-pounds. And hypothetically, like, the valve lash and everything should be good because it's from the same side and all the same stuff. We're still gonna check it obviously to make sure all the valve lash is good, but it shouldn't have too crazy of an adjustment. So just go easy, tighten it down slowly, and make sure everything's good. Just so you guys know, I have used more saran wrap on this motor than I've ever used in my life on food. Anyways, the rocker bridge, sorry I covered it up already, I do have to run to work. The rocker bridge is on and torqued. The motor's like, say like 75% together. So plans for tomorrow are this whole valve train and assembly, lash the valves, valve covers, Y bridge, stuff in the truck, and then put turbos together. So moving right along, guys. Thanks for watching yet again. Let me know what you guys think about in the beginning, and let's see if we can get there to 1,000 subscribers before this is started, or Christmas or whatever. And I will add, if we do, I will add a 50-inch light bar into the giveaway that I'm going to do for Christmas anyway. So there will be a gift for Christmas, but it'll be sweetened if you guys can get me to 1,000 subscribers. I know you can do it because I went up almost 300 in 2 days. So I know you guys can do it. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time on the Duramax Diesel channel, and hopefully we'll have this motor running before we even know it. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you later.